Hi, I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president in 2024. Well, I certainly had an LOL moment last weekend. I was absolutely guffawing when I read about Donald Trump's CPAC talk. In that talk, Trump pulled a Biden. Remember President Biden's State of the Union address where he said, the Republicans want to take away your Social Security or tamper with your Social Security. And the Republicans went ballistic and saying, you're a liar, you're a liar. We're as big a socialist as you are. We favor this big, giant socialist program. Well, that's what Trump did in his CPAC talk. He pulled a Biden on his principal opponent, Ron DeSantis. He said, I'm the only Republican candidate that is going to keep your Social Security system intact. Because DeSantis had previously called for reforming Social Security, one of the standard reform plans that some Republicans have for Social Security. Well, DeSantis suddenly says, I am rejecting my reform plan that I previously proposed. I want to keep Social Security intact. Well, the irony is that about 3 years ago, Trump had given a speech decrying socialism, which is exactly what DeSantis' position is, especially with respect to the cruel and brutal embargo that he wants to keep against the Cuban people, because he says socialism is such a horrible thing. And it is. Both DeSantis and Trump are right about socialism. It is the bane of mankind. But they just can't carry their principles through to their logical conclusion. And that is to call for the repeal of really the crown jewel of American socialism, which is Social Security. This socialist program should never have been enacted. It's one of the most destructive governmental programs in our history. Compassion and care do not come at the point of an IRS gun or the tyranny of an IRS audit. They come from family values, from voluntary organizations, church groups, helping out seniors and helping out others in need. It isn't accomplished through the IRS, contrary to what DeSantis and Trump and Biden believe. We need to ditch Social Security. We need to ditch Medicare. We need to ditch all socialist programs in America and restore our country's founding heritage of a free market, voluntary society based on voluntary charity. One of my favorite things when I was a kid was watching Westerns. And I always loved it when Native Americans or Indians said, white men speak with forked tongue. That's exactly what Republicans do. They speak with a forked tongue. They decry socialism on one hand, but then they love socialism when they're trying to buy votes from seniors who are on the Social Security dole. I'm Jacob Hornberger, Libertarian candidate for president. My website is jacobforliberty.com.